The federal government busts a major prostitution ring spanning several states, including an operation right here in Grand Rapids. 19 people arrested, 16 of them charged. We're working this story from both Indianapolis and Grand Rapids tonight. And we kick off our team coverage with 24-hour News 8's Mark Thompson, who is live at the federal courthouse in Grand Rapids. Mark?
Brian, this 66-page criminal complaint out of federal court in Indiana outlines an intricate sex network spanning several states. That prostitution ring, as you mentioned, was based out of Indianapolis, but had a major hub right here in Grand Rapids. Federal authorities say this man, Javier Aguilar Sanchez, ran the prostitution operation out of Grand Rapids. According to the criminal complaint, Sanchez worked for Jose Luis Hernandez Castilla, the mastermind behind the network based out of Indianapolis. The women were smuggled over from Mexico and other parts of Central and South America, and according to the complaint, would serve as prostitutes here in Grand Rapids, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, and Chicago to work off the cost of bringing them into the United States. The operators would deal strictly with those in the Hispanic community, passing out business cards and advertisements for auto repair service or Western clothing shops. But the numbers on the cards would go to someone in the network who would hook up the Johns with a house location and a prostitute.
These business cards were known within the community as contact numbers for arranging appointments. Each of the appointment was referred to as a ticket, and it would cost anywhere between $40 to $50.
The feds say part of Sanchez's job was that of courier, as the women were rotated from state to state. He would transport the women and money to a meeting spot off of exit 255 on I-65 in Maryville, Indiana, the spot centrally located between Grand Rapids, Chicago, and Indianapolis. This address off Oakdale in Grand Rapids was listed for Sanchez after several traffic violations in 2002. But he doesn't live there now, and it's not clear if it was ever used as a house of prostitution. Members of the network, including here in Grand Rapids, were said to be heavily armed. And according to a U.S. assistant attorney that I spoke with earlier today, he says that Sanchez already made his initial appearance here in federal court. He will be scheduled for an identification hearing here tomorrow morning. Now, in that hearing, the government will have to prove that Sanchez is indeed the Sanchez that they have been looking for. Then the court will decide who will take custody of Sanchez and transport him back to Indianapolis to face charges. We're live in Grand Rapids tonight. Mark Thompson, 24-hour News 8.
Mark, thank you. The alleged ringleader, Jose Luis Hernandez Castilla, was busted in Indianapolis. Brad Edwards from our sister station, Wish TV, went to Castilla's house tonight. He joins us from Indianapolis.
In speaking with the U.S. Attorney and going through the 71-page complaint, we learned that this four-state operation, well, really the epicenter was right here in Indianapolis, run by three brothers. One brother was really the ringleader. We visited where his central location was. Neighbors telling us there were oodles of people there just yesterday. Now, today, all seemingly disappeared.
Very nice people.
You know what they're alleged to have done?
Not really. The FBI.
Was out here?
Yes.
Yesterday?
Yesterday.
All day?
All day. They're very sweet people.
The allegation is he was running a criminal operation, a prostitution ring that crossed multiple states.
I wouldn't have believed it. Not him.
The untold story now is the women. Of those charged, 16 of them, all men. The women, though, purportedly smuggled in, many of them from Central and South America. Not much mention of them either in the 71-page complaint. Brad Edwards, 24-hour News 8.